otherwise want to bail. Yes,
I
ma'am.
have a question. So when they formed Pakistan and India,
Yes.
didn't the Sikhs also want their own?
The Sikhs also wanted their own, but England said enough is enough. And then there was the bizarre, like on the far side of India, what is today Bangladesh, was also part of Pakistan. So you had like Pakistan, India, and then Pakistan again. The British said there wasn't enough Sikhs to warrant creating it, which kind of feeds into the animosity that there is today. Alex.
Weren't Indira Gandhi's bodyguard Sikh who killed her?
Yes, they were Sikh who killed her.
Is there some political reason for that? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, but I just, why are you going to shoot Indira? I mean, like this is it. All right, well, another question, ma'am?
Yeah, I was just wondering, for the Green Revolution, didn't a lot of the ideas come from like the West?
Yeah, well, they were Western scientists along with Indian researchers or Indians who came west to study, and they kind of integrated those ideas specifically for the population of India. So yes. I think it's like the last paragraph of our textbook, if I'm not. There was actually a DBQ on it a couple of years ago. It was pretty easy though. Anything else on India? Okay, it's India in like 45 minutes. Hinduism. Maybe I should do a whole religion review, but I might not. Hinduism is interesting. It is both a mono and a polytheistic religion. The governing body of Hinduism is the all-powerful, all-knowing Brahman. That is your goal. To help us get a mental picture of it, I refer to Brahman as the Force. All right, it's what Obi-Wan and Luke use. All right, it's Force. But sometimes people need to put a physical, mental representation on God. So there are many different visions of what Brahman or what gods are in Hinduism, from elephants to monkeys to a lady with 6 arms. So it's mono and polytheistic. And the main core of Hinduism is a thing known as the Samsara, or the transmigration. And what that is simply, it is an endless cycle of death and rebirth. You are going to be born, you are going to live a life, and you are going to die to be reborn again. Your goal each time is to be born in a higher caste. You're trying to climb a ladder, so to speak, to achieve union with Brahman. I'm starting to fade. The thing that controls where you go in the next round of rebirth is? Well, karma, but your actions. You can go up the ladder and you can go down the ladder. And so Hinduism is seen to be liberating yet burdensome. If your life is really crappy and you're in a low caste, say you're a sophomore in AP World History, well, you know sooner or later the sophomore year is going to end. But it's burdensome because, man, you're going to find yourself as a junior in AP US history. Like, man, we thought Melega was horrible. Man, we haven't seen Murchison, Campbell, or Buechner. Holy cow. Man, he was a fatty pushover compared to them. Or like being a freshman. You know, the freshman year is over, and then you're a sophomore, and then you're a sophomore, and you're a junior. So it's liberating, it comes to an end, but it's burdensome because you have to do it again. But the goal is to achieve union with the Force. And even the gods, the polytheistic gods, are subject to Brahman. Even gods are trying to get to union with Brahman. It's a very difficult thing to do. So there is a thing known as dharma. It is the social, political, and the religious ideals of a person. And there's different sects of Hinduism, and we look at like, Mahariva. Idea is to be kind and to be gentle. Don't lie, don't steal, don't kill. Just to basically be a good person. And everything is based on your karma. Karma, loosely defined, means work. It's the work that you do. And some people see karmic matter as like a weight. The best way to climb the ladder is to maximize your good actions and to minimize your bad ones. When you do something bad, it is like a magnet onto your soul or to your atman, and it weighs you down. So you maximize your good, you minimize your bad, and you will be born in a higher rung in your next life. Early on, this was very difficult. A lot of the rituals called for a lot of sacrifice and money that only the rich people could do. Remember, it is a way to suppress and keep people down. So that's the basic premise of Hinduism. You guys with me? All right. So what changes that is the game changer is, well, what if you're not one of these rich people? All right? What happens then? And why do we have to go through many lives to reach Brahman? And this brings us to the founder of Buddhism, Mr. Siddhartha Gautama, who was a rich guy. And only after seeing a sick man, a poor man, and a dying man does he freak out and goes, wait a minute, I thought everybody lived a life of luxury like I do. So he goes out into the desert and he does his how many days?
40 days.
He does his 40 days. And as he's meditating under a pipal tree, kablam, he gets hit with an epiphany, and all of his previous lives are revealed to him. And he awakens no longer as Siddhartha Gautama, but Buddha, the enlightened one. He now knows the answers to help you escape the transmigration or the samsara. It is a shortcut to go from where you are now right to Brahman. But the Buddha didn't call Brahman Brahman, he called it Nirvana. All right, there we go. He called it Nirvana. The goal is to skip the transmigration in one lifetime. However, that's going to be very tough. Right? It is a shortcut. And he said reincarnation should not be dependent on the caste system. So Buddhism will begin to grow in India, especially among low caste peoples. And Buddha says the reason that you falter is because of desire. Greed and desire hurt you. So he comes up with the idea of the four noble truths. Number one, that all life is suffering. Life sucks. Number two, life sucks because of greed and desire. We want stuff. So if we want to do better, end selfishness. Don't be greedy. Don't want things. And the way to do that is to follow the Eightfold Path. And the Eightfold Path is just a mindset of right understanding, right thought, think the right things, right? Don't have that internal monologue cussing somebody out. Right speech. Words hurt. Use words carefully. Do the right thing, not the popular thing. Be a role model. Work hard and concentrate on it. If you're always focused on those things, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right understanding, right effort, you're going to be okay. And if you focus on those and you don't do things that are harmful and mean, you can shortcut yourself up into nirvana. It originates in India, but travels via the Silk Road, especially in the Yuan or the Mongol dynasty, and takes deep root in China. And that, guys, is about all the strength that I have today. I'm losing my voice, I feel like it. Cloves, vinegar, lemon, honey. All right. I tried a little bit. I think I forgot the cloves last night. So
The apple cider vinegar.
apple cider vinegar. All right. Any questions on our brief tour of India, Hinduism, and Buddhism? Negative? All right, I'll leave that up. I'll see you guys Monday. Remember, no review Monday, but there will be one Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Listen for Herbert Hoover versus FDR this weekend. And with that, folks, have a good night.